actors, outside of this role, if you guys had clones, what would be a memory that you, or a role that you'd want them to remember?
I say King Gezo and the Woman King.
Ooh. And why?
You know, just aesthetic and wives.
What? All of the things you could talk about. You are hot mess. He like, cause I'm fly.
It's just being fly, you know, enjoy yourself, bro. You know, just remember that. This is the memory I give to you.
Foolish. For me, it would be Monica Rambeau. She's literally personified the superhero, the thing I wanted to see and needed to see as a young black girl growing up, and the fact that I have the opportunity to embody her and tell her story and bring her to the world, I would want my clone to experience that as well. So yeah.
The time for David out
Yeah,
of here.
for sure.
He is, I mean, first take we rolled with him, he's like, I'll just do my thing on this tape. Like, all right, you know. He's like, let me just warm up. I'm like, oh, do whatever you want to do, please do it. And he does like a 10-minute sermon that has nothing to do with sermon. I'm so serious. And it was the crazy, everybody like, and he does this whole sermon, and people like, they forgot that they were, the background forgot like they were on a set, like it was,
Yeah.
I forgot that we were rolling the camera. It's like 10 minutes of a sermon. And then when they're like completely here, he goes into his lines, and it was like, it might be one of the most crazy, like one of the craziest feats of like thespianism or whatever you want to call it, like just an actor just acting like, I mean, it was, cause he wasn't acting, like
Nah, he was in his zone.
This was like some other stuff, and it was like, he was so down for like, I wanted to go give him a Gatorade after every take, because he was putting his whole like soul into every single take. It was amazing.
He took us all to
Blessed
church
us
then.
with that. Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
then all of a sudden, then there was a performance. Remember there was someone started performing. The like choir started singing. It was like,
yeah, no, he
was-
was
yeah.
like, he was, yeah, like I'd love to be able to talk about David Allen Greer.
yeah.
Erykah Badu, you requested that she reimagines Tyrone. What was that process
You're the first
like?
person to ask about that.
I mean, yeah, what? What was that like?
That's the closest to like what I've seen in my head to the final product. Probably anything ever made. Like I was like, man, I had cause we pitched that like, oh, we gonna get Erykah to redo Tyrone. It's like, all right, you know. And then Erykah was like, I would love to redo Tyrone. I was like, oh what? Huh? It's come again, you know. And just talking to her that first time, and how cool she was, and like she was just with it. Like she was like, and I'm trying to explain. I'm like, all right, so you just want me to Bernstein Bears it, right? I'm like, exactly. You know. So I barely had to describe it, and she already knew what I wanted. And then like the first time she sent it back, I was like, can you say? I mean, I don't know if I can cuss, but can you say MFer instead of, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I got you. And then so she went back and revised it, and was like, that was one of the coolest things about the movie, is this like, you know, somebody that you're such a big fan of, and like, you know, everybody I ever talked to, as soon as I told them the title, was like, so everybody doing the song, I'm like, trust me, I'm trying, you know, like, it's like way years ago, you know, we went in, we pitched it to all the studios, like, and then when it comes to black, we gonna have Erykah gonna remake the Tyrone, and you don't really think it's gonna happen, you know, and, you know, just serendipitously enough, you know, I was able to, you know, pitch it to her, and she responded like immediately.
And I was gonna say too, you know, something that I love that you've been doing with most of the roles that I've seen you in is you keep your natural hair.
Thank you.
And that's, you know, what is the decision-making process behind that? And how does it feel to know that you are showing little girls who look like you that our hair is amazing, it can come in all different forms, and it's welcomed in any platform.
In all these spaces.
Yeah.
I've been very intentional for maybe a little over a decade now about making sure that as a black woman and as black women, we feel seen in these spaces just how we are, how we naturally are. And if that's curly hair, kinky hair, whatever that is, I want to be a part of normalizing our existence as it is. And so I've been very blessed to be able to work with storytellers, directors who could also stand behind that and are like, yeah, sure, why wouldn't she or couldn't she have natural hair? And so to play Monica Rambeau, who is a black female superhero, chocolate skin, big natural hair, it was like, we're gonna do this right and we're gonna do it well. And I've definitely had support with making sure that intention and care was given to bringing that image to the screen.
I mean, there ain't one elbow that isn't moisturized, and that's it. I was just smiling like, all right. You know, it's great though, because it's different for the men. It's much more complicated and harder for the women. So to see that, you know, and to see members of my family also be the beneficiaries of characters like that, it's just something that's inspirational to me, to be fair.